Hello, guys. So, my name is Grace Jacob, and we're back again with another episode of Let's Unpack It. So, today I have my lovely panelists.
Hello, my name is Tristan.
Yes.
I'm Sydney. I'm Naija.
I'm Isaac.
Okay, so today's topic is how can you navigate friendships as a believer? So, the first question is, do you think as believers you should be friends with unbelievers? Okay,
Do this.
thank you.
How can you call yourself a believer if you're not willing to spread the word of God? You had to be friends with non-believers if you want them to be closer with God. Now, some people might not want that. Perfectly fine with that. But hey, it's a choice. Walking with God is a choice that you choose. We choose to walk with Him, and now that we like want to spread the word with everybody. Now, some people just be like, what if I don't want to though? Fine with that. Yeah, go ahead. That's your life though.
I think being friends with non-believers is okay because as a follower of God, your job is to spread his word. And I think being friends with non-believers, you could influence them to get closer to God or even come to God. But if they deny God, I feel like that's your chance to like step back from that relationship with them as your friend.
I feel like you can't really choose what people want to believe in. You can choose to help people and help them by spreading some words that you may have heard from like maybe reading the Bible or something. But I feel like you shouldn't stop being friends with somebody based off what they believe because people also have different religions, so they might not believe in the God that you believe in. They might believe in multiple different gods, or they might just not believe in him at all. But you can't really change that. You can try to, but if they're not willing to change with you, you can't force them.
Okay.
Um, I think it depends on the individual because I've heard it said a lot by mentors that someone will influence you to do bad a lot faster than you'll influence them to do good. So if you're not like really strong in your faith, I think it might be best for you to not be friends with non-believers. But then I know in my personal experience, I've had the most impact on people by actually being friends with them and, doing life with them, actually being able to walk with them, because then they're a lot more receptive to things that you might have to say.
I do agree with you all, but not to be the devil's advocate or anything, but say like you just didn't agree with your own perspective, like you don't want to be friends with, and Isaac already covered it kind of by saying that some people you can't be friends with them because they're non-believers. So now say like you didn't think how you thought just now, and like you don't want to be friends with them because they're non-believers. Like, how could you change that mindset?
I would say if I didn't have the mindset I would right now, I'm pretty sure since I'm already in this like area, I probably already have my mindset shifted because I'm around it constantly and I become curious and ask questions. When I ask questions, I want to get involved. When I get involved, I get involved. That's why I'm here now.
Okay, so you'll just surround yourself with like, okay. Anyone else wants the answer or?
If I don't want to be friends with someone, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't be friends with them for that specific reason. There may be the fact that I've tried and they've disrespected the way that I've tried to influence them, and I may not want to be friends with them, and I just might leave it at that. You can't be friends with everybody.
But for the original question, do you think believers should be friends with unbelievers? I just don't see why not. I mean, I agree with what Isaac said about they might change your perspective, but if you're true in your faith, as he said, then I don't think they can convince you to be different. So the next question I do have for you guys is, okay, now like when I said non-believers, I was honestly thinking of like atheists, like they believe in nothing. So were you guys thinking that when I asked, or were you just thinking non-Christians?
I was thinking about both.
Both. Okay.
We non-Christians.
Non-Christians.
Non-Christian.
Okay. Yeah, I was. Yeah. So now, say they were like, well, since you were thinking about both, you basically answered. So say they were like Muslim, like, or another religion.
Actually, I would try to understand their side and then let them understand my side, and then we can both learn about both sides instead of like trying to make them just believe in what I believe in, because they may come from a background where they're only allowed to believe in that but can learn about other parts.
I think I agree with Nyasha on the part that if they're a different religion than you, I would try and understand their religion, but I also would stay true to my religion and then help them understand where I'm coming from in my religion. I feel like it's just mainly listening to both sides of it.
Do you want to answer?
That's like quite the question. I think that when it comes to other religions, it takes knowing both their religion and your religion like insanely well.
Some people have been like some non-believers have been like forced into Christianity when they was a young age, so they might not want to be in it. Or some people just like think of like there's no God and it was just everything by science, when like that's a whole nother topic. But some people just like physically choose not to believe it, and then will have evidence about where everything came from. But if you read the Bible, it literally summarizes everything that ever was.
I just want to piggyback off what he said, like reading the Bible to find out evidence about where everything actually came from. But also sometimes knowing history can also help with that. And like knowing that parts of history and science actually back up what the Bible says.
Okay, so this is gonna be a switch from the friends and stuff, but it deals with friends still. So like, say your friend wants to like go to a party, at that party they're smoking, they're doing drugs, they're doing all types of things, guys, like all types of things, that you we're all like 16, high schoolers here, well, except me and the dude at the end, right? So we're all like high schoolers or young adults here. So say like you were at this scenario, so what would you do as a Christian? Yeah.
First of all, I would say you lost your gosh darn mind.
Oh, okay.
I know dang well
Okay.
you ain't smoking and doing unholy things. Cause one, that ain't who the friend I know, and two, why am I friends with you? Cause how dare you think you can just do that and be fine? And I have a conversation with them because one, what mindset do you have right now to think that's okay? Your body is dying in the most gruesome way possible, and you choose to have it on your body. Make it make sense. And one, why are we at a party? We're antisocial. We don't want to go to parties. That's the real reason. And one, why am I at a party where I know it's going to be happening? If I know good and gosh darn well that there's going to be at least some type of drinks or smoking,
Okay.
I'm not either have my friends there or I'm not going to be there in general. And my friends do choose to go there, I'm no longer friends with them.
Oh, okay. So you
Actually, like I'm sticking to what I said at the beginning. I can't dictate what people do. You can sit here and say some words to people over and over about how they shouldn't do it, but at the end of the day, if they want to, that's what they're going to do. So me, if I'm here at a party and people do stuff like that at parties, I can distance myself from doing all that, or I just don't have to go. I could stay at home in my bed, comfortable, eating some good food instead of ruining my lunch.
okay.
I feel like if my friends want to do that, you could do that. Just don't do it around me, because I don't need that.
I don't think I would be in that type of circumstance or at a party like that. But
Okay.
if I were, okay, if.
Yeah.
I feel like after everything, I would have been like, I would have put them to the side, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you making these choices? As their friend, I would just give them my opinion and then let them take it however they want to take it.
they don't want to take it, then you can't do nothing. I agree.
Ain't my problem.
You want to say okay?
Yeah, I guess I'll give them some very, very insanely friendly advice as a friend, you know,
Okay.
on their life choices.
Give an example of that.
Somebody got put on the spot.
Oh no, I think Tristan did well with that.
Okay, yes.
But then I also don't think I would ever be at that party.
That part.
Okay. Because we're all like antisocial here.
Oh no.
Not
I
we.
think it's the
Not
social
all.
part. I think that's just me.
I'm not antisocial. I'm
Oh,
not
it's the
antisocial.
environment.
I'd be a lot of places.
Okay.
I'm not antisocial. I just know what I want to do and what I don't want to do.
That's it. That's good. I like it. I agree with everything that was said today. So that's all I have today on this episode of Let's Unpack It. And so I'm going to see you guys on the next episode. So bye-bye.